afternoon, everyone. Welcome to IILM News. I'm Radhika Verma.
And I am Gaurisha Bagga. Today, we bring you a developing story that has taken the global economic and political world by storm.
According to a report by CNBC and other international sources, US President Donald Trump has urged the European Union to impose 100% tariffs on imports from India and China. The move is aimed at putting pressure by Russia by targeting two of its biggest trading partners.
This is not just an economic headline, it's a story with far-reaching global consequences. Let's break it down for you step by step.
President Trump raised his demand during a high-level meeting with EU sanction officials. Reports suggest that the United States is even prepared to minor these tariffs if the European Union agrees.
That means both Washington and Brussels would together block India and China from enjoying low tariff trade routes, a move that could disrupt the world's supply claims in everything from electronics and machinery to textiles and pharmaceuticals. But here's the catch. India and China are not a minor players. Combined, they account for nearly 35% of the world's population and play a central role in global manufacturing and energy consumption. Imposing tariffs on them is like shaking the foundations of the global economy.
For ordinary people, what does this mean? Well, prices of imported goods could soar. Imagine smartphones, laptops, clothes, medicines, all seeing price hikes. Businesses that rely on raw materials from India and China would also feel the pinch.
Economists warn that such a step could also worsen inflation in Europe and the US, something households are already struggling with after years of economic uncertainty.
Of course, this move will not go unanswered. China's foreign ministry has already commended the idea, calling it unjustified and accusing Washington of using trade as a political weapon.
India too is in a delicate position. New Delhi has been negotiating with the US to resolve ongoing tariff disputes, and analysis says further escalation could undo years of trade cooperations.
Let's not forget, the US and India are already in the middle of experts are calling the 2025 diplomatic and trade crisis. Earlier this year, Washington doubled tariffs on Indian exports, creating one of the sharpest economic between the two nations in decades.
And now, with Trump pressing the EU to follow the same path, India finds itself caught between maintaining energy ties with Russia and preserving access to Western markets.
Trade analysts suggest that such tariffs, if implemented, could backfire. They might hurt Western economies as much as Indian and China because supply chains are deeply interconnected.
Some experts are also warning of a possible trade war 2.0, similar to what we saw between the US and China back in 2018-19. That episode shook stock markets, showed global growth, and created long-term tensions.
The European Union now faces a critical decision. Should it align with Washington's aggressive strategy or stick to its tradition of targeted sanctions?
The choice isn't easy. Supporting Trump could show unity against Russia, but it could also alienate two of the fastest growing economies, India and China, at a time when Europe needs new trade partnerships.
Market has already reacted nervously. Global stocks slipped slightly after the news broke. An energy analyst says oil prices could spike if tension rises further.
Meanwhile, social media in India and China has been buzzing. Many see this as unfair targeting, while others argue it shows the growing strategic weight of Asia in global affairs.
So, what happened next? EU leaders are expected to meet in the coming weeks to discuss Washington's proposal. All eyes will be on whether Brussels choose confrontation or compromise.
For now, what's clear is this: the global economy stands at a turning point. The outcome of these tariff talks could shape trade, diplomacy, and even energy politics for years to come.
We'll continue to track this history closely and bringing you updates as they unfold.
That's all for now on. IILM News, I am Gaurisha Bagga.
And I'm Radhika Verma. Until next time, Goodbye and stay informed.